why I quit being a millionaire in 2023. Welcome back to the channel. My name is James O'Driscoll. Today I'll be telling you why I decided to not be a millionaire in 2023. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey. So, at the back of my mind there's always been this entrepreneurial journey, and yet I haven't fully realized it until very recently in 2024, which is why I've re-sparked that flame in my life and I've decided to full on pursue business. So I live in Ireland and I grew up in a very, very, very small village out in the countryside. And I have English roots as well. And we used to live in more, shall we say, a more richer part of England until there was reports of stabbings, and then we decided to move back to Ireland. But regardless, there's very little opportunities for me in the countryside in Ireland. In the countryside anywhere, but particularly where I was. And throughout my years being in secondary school education, I had to travel 45 minutes by car to get to my school. I had to travel there and back 5 days a week. And I normally travel there by car by my father. And he would drop me back in the evenings because he worked nearby. And he would drop me on the way to school and sometimes collect me back. But normally I would be collected by a bus. That'd bring me 30 minutes, and the rest of the time, rest of the journey back to where I was living would be transported by my mother. Now, I've tried a lot, and I really truly mean a lot of different methods on my journey. I tried coding when I was very young. I went to a CoderDojo course. I believe it was in Innis, and that was for an hour or two on a Saturday. And then we'd always get something to eat afterwards. I remember that was a really nice time in my life. But we still didn't have much money then, so yeah, we couldn't eat all the time on those trips. But I did CoderDojo, and then even just a few years ago, I tried coding again. I think it was either Phython. And when the CoderDojo one, that's, if you aren't familiar with it, you can look it up. It's basically a community for the younger generation. Getting into coding using a very basic coding software called Scratch, and I was alright. I was decent, but we never continued more than the intermediate stage of Scratch. So yeah, I kind of stayed at that level, and then the interest dropped. But a few years ago, I tried again with Phython, and it still dropped because I wasn't making any money out of it, and there wasn't really any fun, and it just wasn't the right time or place. So I've tried coding, trading. I tried trading. I tried cryptocurrency. I haven't dealt with stocks at all. I know the basics. It's pretty much the same, same idea. And I got very lucky in secondary school. To be honest, I got very lucky. I bought Dogecoin back when the first news of it kind of being popular in, 2020, 2021. I believe either 2020 or 2021, I bought it during the first interest peak, as you say, even though I know it's been around for ages and ages. And then I forgot about it kind of, and then a few months later it just skyrocketed and I made $4,000. And I celebrated that with my current friends at the time, and we were all pretty happy about that. So that was my most successful pursuit, as I should say, but it was pure luck. Pretty much, I know the basics of trading, but I've never really fully utilized it to build a career or build some sort of course or community around it. And if I do want to revisit that, I'd have to start from scratch pretty much. Dropshipping. Oh my goodness. And may I point out that most of these pursuits were created from me being this very young kid watching YouTube all the time. And although I was watching a lot of bullshit videos, I was also watching a lot of informational videos telling you, oh, this is what you should do this year, this is what you should do that year. And I never really implemented them too much to a degree, but one thing that did stuck out to me was ideas like dropshipping, where you could create a website and you could find a product and you could outsource it and you could make money and you didn't have to have a job, essentially. I didn't really understand, because I was very young at the time, why not having a job was so important and using the internet. It didn't really fully hit me until the last couple of years. I was like, wow, that's really what I should be pursuing. And don't worry, I'll get to the point about being a millionaire in 2023 in a second. I just want to tell you a little bit about my journey first so we can grow closer together. So I actually tried a dropshipping store. It was called Sun Antics. Basically Sun Antics. And it was not really swimwear, more like a summer clothing brand. I remember advertising like a few pins, a few like little emblem ones you can put on, like smiling sun and a rainbow, whatever it was. And then I had a few branded hats as well. And yeah, and I ran a few Facebook ads, and of course the store plummeted. Like, it didn't do anything. It got a good few visits and clicks, but there was no conversions at all, unfortunately. Because I didn't have a mentor. I was running off free YouTube videos, and they're a great basis to start, don't get me wrong. But unless the producer of these videos has your best interest at heart, then your store will not do very well. So that was my dropshipping. I even tried to build websites at one time. That didn't go very well. I didn't really have much of a clue what I was doing. And then copywriting. I can talk more about this at a later stage, but I was in Andrew Tate's copywriting course back when it was Hustlers University. I think it was like 2.0 or 3.0 or something. Very funny course. It was on Discord. But I could tell it was a fantastic business pursuit for him, because he made a lot of money off that. And let me tell you, it was definitely one of the best. Not promoting this, but definitely one of the best copywriting courses out there. I only stayed at it for a few months, and unfortunately, I didn't get any clients. But because of the time and energy I spent, I think it was at least 8 hours. I didn't have a job at this time, but I was still going to the gym and running, so I was balancing all of them. It was like 8 to 10 hours just straight trying to learn copywriting, and I was pretty damn good at it. I wasn't excellent, of course, but for the fact that I only spent 2 months learning, absorbing the information, and trying to replicate it, I was reviewing my copy and looking over what I'd done and giving me tips, and I was improving every day. And I wish I stuck at it. I think the problem was the prospecting. Again, not going into extreme detail, but the way how they taught the prospecting just wasn't clicking with me. You had to try extremely hard just to get a single client, and it didn't seem fair in my regard. Not that you had to put in so much effort. I'm always willing to put in effort, hard work, and dedication, but it just didn't seem very new age. I won't talk too much about it, but you did have to send out a lot of emails. That's how you did the prospecting. You would send out a lot of emails every single day, and the thing was, these couldn't be the same email addresses. They had to obviously be new ones. So if you're sending out 50 to 100, everyone's trying to think of a new method of prospecting, and it was madness. But because of that course, I will never look at the same same headline, any news article or newspaper or any kind of internet slogan or catchphrase the same way, because I know why it intrigues me, and I can implement that now in my own business, which is fantastic. So what I want to talk about is, in 2023, I was struggling with work. I still have the same job now, temporarily. I was struggling with work. I didn't know what to do, and I realized I needed money. These next few years are going to be catastrophic. If you're not making content right now, for the love of God, start. This is going to be a separate video, but you need to start right now. Trust me. It can be like this. It could be a normal, just talking to the camera, blank background. The audio doesn't have to be super crisp studio quality, but people will pay attention to you, trust me. So I didn't know what to do, and I found this guy, MUSA, and I'm still in his course right now. I'm trying to absorb all the information I can, even right now, because I realize it can still help me with my business. And the thing is that what he teaches, and I found him through Instagram, scrolling through Instagram, just like I did with the last story, scrolling through Instagram, and he says, here's how I made 10,000, it was either a day or a week, it was something insane. I think it was a week, 10,000 a week. Maybe it was a month, forgive me. 10,000 a week from from TikTok videos. And I was very interested, and of course he doesn't give the whole idea away, he gives a little bit of free information, and then you go and you try to buy his course, and he runs the course on Discord, and he makes a lot of money from this. He's absolutely 100% millionaire in 2024. I take my hat off to him, because he's clearly done and put the effort and work in. So what he teaches, and again, I'm not going to go into this, but I will do this at a later stage. What he teaches is how to make money from these TikTok videos. And I won't say the methods or how he finds the videos or how to create them, but in general, how they're created is you can use AI. And what I found out is the more shittier the videos are, the more traction they'll get, the more clicks, the more money, and that just hurt my soul. Like I'm not God's grace, I don't have the level of discipline or kindness as Muhammad or David Goggins, but it just hurt my soul. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I want to help people, and I'm not going to help anyone by creating some shitty AI would you rather videos just so I can earn a bit of money, and you can earn a lot of money. Like, you can scale it up to 10,000 a month, 100%. It just didn't align with my soul, and I just decided to drop that. And that's why I want to make YouTube long form videos, because I realize I can make a business out of this, and I realize I can be profitable and help you guys at the same time, help you what I've learned, and we can build a community and work together, just be awesome in general, rather than creating shitty videos on the internet. I hate that idea. It sucks. So why I quit being a millionaire in 2023. If I was in MUSA's course, and by the way, I discovered this around October, and I continued with it, and I put a lot of money into it, because you will have to put a little bit of money into it always, whether it's dropshipping, ads, whatever. If I put a bit of money into it, and I made that my primary focus, and I just kept grinding through Christmas, I would 100% have money in my bank account. Again, not promoting this course, but by the end of 2025, or even 2024 possibly, I would 100% be a millionaire. So in 2023, I decided to quit being a millionaire, and I decided to pursue something a bit more purposeful. So my goal right now is to make 10K a month in 6 months. Now that's not realistic at all. It's 100% not realistic. It took Hamza, if you're familiar with his content, took him at least a year, and there's a guy called Adram, and I believe it took him at least 8 months. So I'm doing something no one's done before. I'm trying to scale it in 6 months, and that requires a lot of work, dedication, and effort, but I will 100% give it my all. And I'm here, and I'm willing to learn and grow and help you guys, and together create something awesome. So that's my goal, and I 100% believe I'll get close to it. And even if I don't get close, even if I don't reach 10K, I'll have reached what? 4, 5K at least a month for making YouTube videos? That's astounding. That's really good. Like, if you go in a normal job and you work full time, what are you earning? Like 2K a month max? I can't do that. And I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful that I can earn a living and support myself and my family. But I want more. Of course I do. I want to help you guys, and I want to help myself in the beginning, in the process. So yeah. So I hope this video was interesting for you. I hope you found out a little bit about myself, about why I decided to quit being a millionaire, about why I now want to be a millionaire in 2024. Also a little bit about how you can implement this and what you can learn. And you can definitely learn from clicking the subscribe button on this channel. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay hard.